15 airline secrets flight attendants desperately hope you never find out. Ever feel like there's more going on inside an airplane than meets the eye? You walk in, you're greeted with perfect smiles, polite words, and calm voices. Everything looks smooth, almost too smooth. But behind that calm surface is an entire world of hidden rules, coded systems, and quiet secrets that make the skies work. From things they'll never say out loud to what's actually happening behind the scenes, here are 15 airline secrets flight attendants desperately hope you never find out. Let's take off. 1. Every single passenger who steps onto a plane is silently observed. They're trained to spot anxiety, intoxication, illness, or even suspicious behavior, all within 30 seconds. They note who's calm, who looks like they work out, who could assist during an evacuation, and who might become a problem mid-flight. That friendly, welcome aboard isn't small talk. It is a psychological scan disguised as a greeting. It's not paranoia, it's safety. 2. The secret language of the dings. You know those random chimes you hear during your flight? They're anything but random. Each sound is a coded signal between the cockpit and the cabin crew. A single chime after takeoff confirms the plane has reached 10,000 feet. A double chime could signal turbulence ahead. And 3 short tones in a row? That can quietly alert attendants to a medical or security issue. Passengers might think it's background noise, but to the crew, it's like Morse code in the sky. 3. Don't drink the coffee or tea. This one might make you think twice before ordering a hot drink. The water used for brewing coffee and tea comes from onboard tanks that aren't cleaned nearly as often as they should be. Flight attendants have admitted they've seen the inside of those tanks, and it is not pretty. Buildup, residue, even bacterial films can linger for weeks. That's why most attendants never touch the coffee or tea themselves. They bring sealed water bottles or stick to canned drinks instead. Next time you fly, maybe grab a juice instead of that freshly brewed coffee. 4. The hidden rooms on your plane. On long-haul flights, flight attendants actually have their own secret spaces built inside the aircraft. These are small compartments hidden above or below the passenger cabin, usually accessed through disguised doors or narrow stairways. Inside are narrow bunks, dim lights, and soundproof curtains, a place where the crew can nap during long shifts. It's quiet, dark, and completely off-limits to passengers. Most travelers don't even realize they were sleeping just a few feet above or below a hidden room full of off-duty crew. 5. The tray table truth. That small table in front of your seat looks harmless, but it's actually one of the dirtiest things on the plane. Cleaning crews only get a few minutes between flights, so deep sanitizing rarely happens. Food crumbs, coffee spills, bacteria, and even diaper changes happen right there, and most of it doesn't get cleaned until the end of the day. Flight attendants never eat directly off those trays. They always use napkins or wipes first. If you ever needed a reason to bring sanitizing wipes, this is it. 6. Why special meals always arrive first. If you've ever ordered a vegetarian, vegan, kosher, or halal meal, you've probably noticed it arrives before everyone else. That's not special treatment, it's strategy. Special meals are labeled, organized, and heated in separate compartments, so delivering them first keeps the rest of the service efficient. It also helps prevent mix-ups and keeps allergies under control. But here's the bonus. Your food is usually fresher because it's heated immediately before service starts. 7. Why cabin lights dim during takeoff and landing. It's not to help you sleep, it's to help you survive. Dimming the lights allows your eyes to adjust to darkness in case of an emergency evacuation. If something goes wrong, you'll already be able to see illuminated floor paths and exit signs clearly. Every second counts in an evacuation, and those darkened lights can literally save lives. 8. The secret code words of the crew cabin crews communicate in ways passengers never notice. Jim Wilson means there's a deceased body being transported in the cargo hold. Hot coffee, row 12, means there's a disruptive passenger causing trouble. Blue juice is toilet fluid. Cross-check complete means the doors are armed and ready for emergencies. Every word is designed to keep things quiet, calm, and under control, even in chaos. 9. The oxygen mask truth. When those yellow masks drop from the ceiling, you only get about 12 to 15 minutes of oxygen. That sounds short, but it's long enough. The pilots are trained to descend the aircraft to a breathable altitude within minutes. The oxygen isn't endless. It asks just a bridge until the air outside is safe to breathe. That's why flight attendants always tell you to put yours on first, because 15 minutes can save an entire cabin. 10. Why pilots eat different meals. Here's one most passengers never hear about. Pilots are never allowed to eat the same in-flight meal. It's a safety rule. If one dish is spoiled or contaminated, only one pilot gets sick. That is how airlines make sure at least one person in the cockpit can still safely land the plane. It's simple, brilliant, and potentially life-saving. 11. The truth about free upgrades. That lucky passenger who gets bumped to business class? It's not random. Flight attendants make notes about passengers' behavior during boarding. If a seat becomes available because of equipment issues, safety balancing, or overbooking, they'll choose who gets it. The quiet, polite, respectful passenger often wins. The demanding, impatient one, never. 12. Sleeping passengers and missed meals. If you fall asleep during meal service, the crew won't wake you. It's not rude, it's policy. Waking someone risks spilling hot food, disturbing neighbors, or breaking that rare silence in the cabin. If you want to eat no matter what, just tell them before takeoff. They'll note your seat and make sure your meal's saved for later. 13. The lavatory lock secret. That little restroom door isn't as private as it looks. There is a tiny metal latch hidden behind the occupied sign that lets crew unlock it from outside. It's there for emergencies, in case someone faints, gets trapped, or locks themselves in. They almost never do. But it's good to know we're never completely locked in. Not every bump in the sky is weather. Sometimes pilots intentionally change altitude or flight path to manage spacing between other aircraft, or to find smoother air. Those quick adjustments can feel like turbulence, but they're perfectly normal. And sometimes light turbulence is even preferred. It helps burn fuel more efficiently at certain altitudes. So that shaking? It's often part of the plan. Before the doors close, flight attendants do one last check. And it's not just for seatbelts, it's for you. That final hello and passing glance at the door is their last chance to assess passengers before takeoff. They can spot who's sick, who's anxious, or who might need extra help in an emergency. It's the last human screening before the plane leaves the ground. They don't just see faces, they read behavior, posture, and intent. So next time you step onto a plane, remember, the people smiling at you aren't just there to serve drinks. They're trained professionals responsible for safety, psychology, and control all at once. They manage everything from turbulence to heart attacks, and now you know a little more about what really happens above the clouds. If you learned something new, hit like and subscribe for more aviation secrets airlines never want you to hear. And stay tuned for the next episode. 15 pilot secrets airlines never admit publicly. This is Flight Revealed. See you above the clouds.